Okay, one more Q&A, and this question comes from James. And he says, Penny, if our sun is going to hiccup and fry some of Mother Earth, it looks like we have not got enough things organized to help us. Period. Help us. There's no punctuation in this. Sorry. The governments of this world have been sitting on their hands doing nothing to help the population. The people have been hoodwinked by the very people they trusted. Yeah, well, we have been naive in our assumptions depending on when this will occur. Do we have enough time to help ourselves? Can we build bunkers in our neighborhoods? How far underground do we have to go? I don't know if we can even do that. I only know one thing. I would rather go down swinging than just rolling over and doing nothing as a being who not so long ago had no idea that I could become a light being. I still don't know if I am even meditating properly. I have a lot to learn. I hope I express myself properly in my deepest regards. So he says, if the earth is going to hiccup, if the sun is going to hiccup, not the earth. Yeah, the sun pretty much hiccups regularly. And, there's a hiccup, there's a micronova, roughly every 1,500 years. The 1,500-year marks are pretty benign. I think, the 3,000-year marks are a little more serious. The 6,000-year marks, every 6,000 years, there's something that's a little more serious. And every 12,000 years, there's an extinction level event. So we are at the 12,000, it's been 12,000 years since the last big micronova. And it did destroy a lot. So a couple of things that I think we should know. First of all, our most powerful tool is consciousness. Second of all, if we've got our hands around, can I say it that way? Our minds around our own consciousness, we can begin to communicate with the planet, the sun, the universe. There are things that we can do. The powers that be, he says here, the governments of this world have been sitting on their hands doing nothing to help the population. That's right. One of the things that they have been doing is, I'm going to call it preliminary triage. You look at 8 billion people, you say, holy crap, we can't save everybody. We can save some. Let's start by saving ourselves. There are underground cities and underground tunnels connecting every continent on the planet. The government has gone to great lengths to build more of those cities and underground locations. And Elon Musk and his boring machines were very helpful in getting that done. So the population is pretty much on their own. So if you don't move to a location that you think might be safe, then you might not be safe. Okay, duh. If you don't advance your consciousness in such a way that you use that consciousness, you have to know how powerful consciousness is. And there was a point many years ago where I was told, try to keep as many people alive. How was it? The message was one of how important it was to have as many people on the planet as possible, because we would need all of those consciousnesses. There would come a point when we would need every one of those consciousnesses to be aligned and focused. And at the time I thought, oh, what could we possibly, there's no way. But there are ways. And 8 billion consciousnesses is one hell of a lot of power. So we have options. We have some good options. You know, there are some people that will probably get picked up. There are some people who will go underground. There are some people who will survive regardless because they just happen to be in the right place at the right time, but we don't know where those right places will be. So, yeah. Some people say, move to the mountains. Okay, that's an option. But when you get a 3-4 mile high tsunami coming across, when you get the Pacific Ocean coming across the United States, yeah, that's something. There's a lot of evidence that the entire ocean has washed away everything on the planet from time to time. So read my book, Volume 4, Consciousness and Energy, Volume 4, Trump, the Sting, the Catastrophe Cycle, and Consciousness. Okay? So quit worrying about meditating properly. Everybody does meditation a little bit differently. You do what works for you. What works is to be able to begin to understand consciousness. Come and take a class. That'll help. It'll give you a leg up. And you'll begin to see how powerful you are. So, yeah. I like that you'd rather go down swinging than just roll over. Okay. It's that kind of attitude that people will say, you know, I'm not giving up. Change happens at the last second. Things that looked absolutely inevitable suddenly just, they shift, they change form. Why? Because of consciousness. Okay, let's call it good.